That's me, Ellie. Somehow, I found myself in this God-forsaken place. Yeah, Merry Christmas to me. It came across my mind many times lately. I thought if I could go outside, enjoy myself without getting yelled at, I could go down the street, take a right, take a left, take another right, go across the yards, maybe down the other street, and perhaps things would be better. Oh, don't get me wrong. Johnny is my boy. We play all the time. I love Johnny. But did I mention how much trouble I get in? They're always yelling at me. I'm just jumping up and down and left and right and left and left and left and right and right. And then they're yelling at me. Get down, stop it. And that's not even everything. They get mad if someone gives you a snack from the table. The cat's annoying. And guess what? It's Christmas time. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Christmas. I love Christmas. What I don't like is being dressed up like some kind of idiot. You should see my neighbor on the left. He is ridiculous. The way he dresses his cat and dog. You should see the neighbor across the street. That one even dresses up the squirrel. And what about the other guy? The other guy to the right of the guy across the street and on the left side of the road. That one is tremendously stupid looking. So yeah, I convinced myself it was time to go. After all, I had aspirations of being an entertainer or booking a vacation on Ki-Fi Vacation Rentals. So I set out down the road across the way and walked for miles and miles. I went to the left, sometimes I went to the right, and other times I went to the left. I found out if you go far enough to the right, you'll find a really cool fire hydrant. And then I traveled around until I went down this long path. And when I did, something really funny happened. It began to snow. And oh my gosh, it certainly was pretty across the pond. It was beautiful. Then I heard a sound coming from the right. There were two of them and one of me. Suddenly, the one on the right bit the one on the left and then stared at me as if it was going to jump straight across. Think he was going to eat me. I took off running through the darkness as fast as I could, but I couldn't even make a straight line. I went left and right and right and left and left and right until I came upon an alley. I was scared, but mostly I was worn out. Running across the alley had worn me down. When I was asleep, all I could dream about was my boy and how much fun I used to have when I got to play with him. I dreamed about playing tag with Johnny and getting kisses from my mommy and pettings from my daddy. I even dreamed about the stupid cat. I woke up in the alley and immediately started thinking about food. Man, was I hungry. And I wanted to go home. I was so hungry I could eat a cow. Yikes! So I set out on another journey. This time I was planning to find food. I went to the right and I found a restaurant. Right across the table to the left there was a lady with a plate of food. I thought for sure she was going to give it right to me. She passed right by, and all the people on the left said, "Go away." It was at that very moment that I took a left. I wanted to go home. I wanted to see Johnny. So I walked for a little bit and turned right, went down the street, and traveled as fast as my little legs would take me. Suddenly I heard someone yell. I looked across the street to see what was going on.
Hey!
And I saw a dog dude in the trash can. Now I like riding in cars just as much as the next dog, but not this time. It wasn't me. This is the same reason I left. It's because I got in trouble for things that wasn't my fault. The dreams I had that night were bizarre. Gnomes to the left, gnomes to the right. Monsters pretending that there's something they're not. Little dogs dressed up in weird bathrobes. And my next door neighbor's dog to the left, dressed up, and the goat. Oh my goodness.
Stop it!
When I woke up, I found that I was still detained. We were locked up like common criminals. There were dogs to the left, to the right, across from me, and everywhere. I just want to go home. But I have to wait, and time just seems to be standing still. Am I ever going to get out of here? That lady picked up the phone on the right and she said, "Hello, Animal Control, how can I help you?" Then she said, "We only have 30 minutes left and we're closing." "No, I don't know if your dog is here." This time she picked up the phone across the desk and said, "I don't know, but if you're here in 10 minutes, we'll still be open, and if he is, you can have him." My heart was pounding. I think it even went to the left and to the right. I'm not sure. I had a good feeling this had to be it. And I was far from disappointed. Not even 10 minutes later, there's Johnny, my boy! You have no idea how excited I was. My tail wagged to the right and the left and the left and the right and the right and the right and the left and the left. I was so happy. It was so nice to have Johnny back. We ran across the yard and played. I vowed that I would never run away again. I would let the annoying fucking cat, bother me, and it would be okay. They could dress me up all they wanted. They could pull my right leg or my left leg right through the armholes of all the weird outfits they had, or put me in a silly hat. Now I understand why that girl in that silly blue gingham dress and those ruby red slippers said there's no place like home. There truly isn't. Be safe in your travels as you go to the right or across the street, or you go to the right and then to the left. Whatever it is, be safe and Merry Christmas.